He's actually putting a pretty good season. Almost like actually funny when you look at it between him and Lonzo Ball, they're doing numbers compared to Magic Johnson and Oscar Robertson.
Yes,
in a sense.
yes.
Like those numbers are really increased up.
Correct.
Like where it's 16 points a game, 9 rebounds a game, 7 assists a game. Those are very impressive from young players, where you don't really expect young players to pretty much contribute that much into a team, where they're part of the team's success.
Correct.
And I've been seeing a lot which I haven't liked about Lonzo Ball. He's being getting undershadowed, saying that Kuzma is the big shot on that team. It's because no one really scouted Kuzma.
And the thing about it is, here's the thing with Kuzma. Personally, for me, when I was going through the draft process, I thought he would be a sleeper. Because if Kuzma came from Utah. Utah is not a big name school.
Mm-hmm.
Kuzma's skill level would have been, for instance, another kid that the Knicks actually picked up named Luke Corman. He led the NCAA in the most 3-pointers ever for a person over 7 foot tall. Mm-hmm. Kuzma actually had an amazing 3-point percentage in college. If people had just paid attention, he was one of the best shooting bigs in college sports. So it's not confusing that he can score points now. He's not better than Lonzo. He should have never been picked that late.
That's what I'm like. That's my problem with it. Like no one really follows into what the player can do and just assume that he just came out of nowhere. No, he didn't come out of nowhere. He's been doing his whole career.
And Kuzma actually had the best combine. He played the best out of everybody in the combine. Yes, that's where he made his name. That's why he shot up from a 2nd-round pick to a late 1st-round pick.
Mm-hmm.
As far as the Lonzo thing, I've heard Stephen A. Smith. I've heard people on Fox Sports say that they're afraid that Lonzo Ball might be a bust.
Mm-hmm.
A bust? It's been, 12 years?
If that.
A bust. And here's the thing. The thing that made Lonzo great is he makes his teammates better, and he's a phenomenal passer. Those things, by virtue of him being a rookie in the NBA, would take longer for him to actually show statistically wise. He's not a scorer. A guy like Jason Tatum and Dennis Smith come right in and brew what they did in college because they put the ball in the basket. Mm-hmm. Malik Monk has already scored over 20 several games because he scores the basketball. That doesn't change. That could be in junior high school, college, NBA. Like Jimmer Fredette had good games in the NBA because he could score the ball. That's a skill that he has. That's translatable.
But how do you make your team better? The only real extra piece was Lonzo Ball. Now they're 6-9. That looks way better than what they looked last year.
Last year they wasn't doing as well. And Lonzo Ball is already the youngest player to ever have a triple-double. Broke LeBron James' record. Lonzo's already proved that he can score on this league. He can hit jump shot. He's struggling because he's 19.
And people forget that. Do you not realize he when he played against one of the top 5 best point guards in the game, in John Wall, he held him to under 12 points by his defense.
Wall's played pretty good defense. Another thing that most people are not pointing out: Lonzo Ball does not have a mentor point guard with him. As to where Frank Ntilikina got Jarrett Jack, Dennis Smith has Steph Curry over there to show him kind of the ropes. De'Aaron Fox, they brought in George Hill to be his mentor. But Lonzo Ball does not have a mentor there. He is the starting point guard. That's that. There's nobody to give him instructions when he does something wrong. And I don't like that Luke Walton has already benched him. That doesn't show support in your young player.
Yeah, the only backup behind him.
There's nobody better than him.
The only one backup behind him is Clarkson.
And Clarkson's not a true point guard.
He's never been a true point guard.
He's an off guard, really. He's a playmaker.
So as far as
he's
learning on the wing, and
the mentor really they think for Ball is Magic Johnson. Magic Johnson's the president. He's not there in practice every day. He's out scouting. Mm-hmm. He's out doing other things to build the Laker team.
He's out doing his job.
Magic is not there to mentor Lonzo every step of the way. Whereas with these other players, like I mentioned, De'Aaron Fox, Dennis Smith, Frank Ntilikina, there was mentors brought in, and even with Donovan Mitchell with the Utah Jazz, Ricky Rubio was there to train him on how to actually be a point guard in the NBA. Mm-hmm. Lonzo, again, does not have that. So the struggles for him will be a little bit more. And he also has another curve that they don't have, where the pressure of his father, the pressure of the name and the hype coming in to this draft. Yeah. He has way more pressure on his head than anybody in this draft.
Coming in, everybody wants to go after Lonzo.
And this is a point guard league right now. They all want his neck. So when John Wall or Beverly comes at Ball has to hold his own. Ain't nobody to shoulder him for that. And he's playing good basketball, given he's 19 and this is his first year in the NBA.
He stepped up pretty well in my eyes.
And the Lakers are playing decent basketball. Yeah. Better than they were last season.
Yeah, they're still going to look better than Dallas, who they picked up Dennis Smith, and he's not improving their win record. So,
for for Dennis Smith,
He's a scorer.
Dennis Smith is a extremely athletic point guard. He's similar to what I say of Baron Davis and Steve Francis. But the things about Baron Davis and Steve Francis that's different from Dennis Smith. Steve Francis went to the tournament. He went to the Sweet 16 at Elite 8 in college. Francis was able to lead his team well before he got to the NBA. Dennis Smith didn't even make the tournament. His team was under 500. He's never, even in high school, proved that he was a championship or a winner or his skills translate to winning. I heard a lot of people comparing him to Derrick Rose. Derrick Rose went to as a freshman in college, went to the NCAA championship game. And when he became a Bulls his rookie year, he led them to the playoffs. So Derrick Rose was a two-time high school champion also. So to compare Dennis Smith, who has never been a winner on any level, to Derrick Rose and Steve Francis, just because of the athletic comparison is close.
Even to his other people that got drafted with him, with Darren Fox and Lonzo Ball and Ntilikina in the French league. Okay. They all were competitive.
Again, Frank Ntilikina went to the French Championship League as a starter with him last year. Lonzo Ball was in the tournament. Darren Fox was in the tournament. All these players showed that they were part of winning organizations and winning situations, whereas Dennis Smith, not a knock, has not shown that he is a leader. He's probably going to be a very good complement player because of his skill set. But to be the face, to be the one to make his players better and be the leader, he might not be that guy.
And then also, you can also compare that to the same, just like Markelle Fultz. He was not a competitor last year, and right now he's not the main guy in the 76ers.
At all. He's not even on the court right now making a contribution. He's hurt right now, unfortunately, for that season.
Even before the injury, he was still not part of being the contribution to that team.
Correct.
So,
correct.
I don't know what.
Also, a very talented offensive player, not necessarily a winning player. Has not been an intangible player.
He's not going to be that leader that you expect. He could probably grow into it, but he's not coming out as one.
Correct. Also, like maybe a John Wall, who took a little bit more years to become the face, and the Wizards struggled for years to become a playoff team. Now they are. But Wall, we also saw in college, it took him some time to now develop that winning mentality, even though he was super talented.
I would compare him more to Gilbert Arenas.
Oh, yeah. Poor Gilbert.
Poor Gilbert.